Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today I'm just going to make some little bitty round things. I'm going to check this method out that I've seen before. I've kind of done it before when I've done my waves, but I wanted to do something a little different. So I'm going to use my gentian resin, which is the, and I'm just going to use it clear, the UV. Just going to do a couple of them. I'm just putting a small layer on the bottom here because I'm going to try this this method out. It's not new, it's old, but I want to see how it's going to look. Get out my tool here, a little micro brush, and push it to the edges. Doesn't matter if it's got bubbles in it or not, except for on the edges here. I don't like bubbles on the edges. You'll see why here in just a minute. Oop, where'd that hair come from? Look like an eyelash hair. All right, now what you do is you get some dish detergent and you get some water and you just take it and you could stir it up depending on what size bubbles you want. I want the bigger bubbles. And when you go to scoop it up, make sure you just scoop up the top layer and lay it on top. Because you don't want to get the water in it necessarily, but you want to get the bubbles on it. And I'm going to go ahead with both sides, or both of these. Cover that UV resin completely. Okay, I'm going to cure it and I'll be right back to you. Now that that's cured, you're going to want to take a cloth of some sort and just dab it dry. Get all those bubbles off that are on there. Make sure there's no water to it. Okay, now that we got those dry, I'm going to come back with some Chameleon powder, some of my Nicpro Chameleon powder. Such a pretty color. And I'm just going to brush that on. Try to get it in those bubbles. Sometimes if you dab it like that, they'll go in better. There we go. We're getting there. And I'm going to use this other Nicpro. It's kind of a greenish for the other one. This one I did a littler bubbles. This one came out littler. But I think that's okay. I think all these bubbles are cute. I haven't seen this done in a while. I think when I first started watching YouTube videos for resin, a long time ago, I think this was out. I don't remember. Oh, that almost looks like a planet. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to dump it out so that it's... There we go. Now what you do is you come back on the back of it with black. I've got some of this black glitter UV resin. I don't know if I have enough, but I'm going to try. If not, I can make up some. I just want it to get a little dark on there. Yeah, I know I'm not going to have enough, but might be able to get one layer out of it. There's not much in these things at all. Okay, I think that one's done, which is okay. Spread it around. See why I say it doesn't matter if they had holes in it or not, or bubbles in it or not, because you're going to put bubbles in it anyway. uh, I'm just spreading what I have out. That way it'll have a background on it that's kind of right, kind of same. Let that settle a little bit. I'll mix up some actual black for the other one. All you do is put some in a container, a thing to hold it, and then get a little bit of black mica powder. If I remember where I put it. Actually, I'll just go with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of paste. And when I say tiny, I'm talking itsy bitsy. Gotta find a micro brush. Got one. See if that's going to be enough. Want to make sure you can get it cured but still have it the right color. Yeah. Close this up before I get it all over everything. I already have it all over my hand. You don't want the black too thick because then it won't cure. So we're going to have to do this in several layers to fill it up. You can do this with regular resin too, this backing it with the epoxy resin, but this is just quick and easier. Let me go ahead and cure it, and I'll be back to you. All right, let's go ahead and put a second layer on them. think this will be the last layer I put on them because they only need to be real thin. You know those, I call them phone pops that you put on the back of your phone. I usually turn these into those. That's what this mold is. Um, but it's one of those things of you could turn these into uh, keychains, um, phone thingies, uh, pocket hugs, just whatever you want to make it. There's so many different ways you can do with these. It just depends on what you want to do. Let's let that settle some. I think I'm going to have to make up a little bit more black because that's not going to cover nothing. That's okay. It doesn't take long. And the black that I have in here is probably already good enough to color this. Because you don't want it so black you can't see through it. You don't want it opaque. I hope everybody had a safe St. Patrick's Day out there. I know that it's made for a lot of people to go and drink on that day, but not me. I don't drink much. Occasionally, but not much. When you grew up in that kind of household, it kind of puts you off that. You either turn out just like your parents or you turn out completely opposite. And I turned out completely opposite. Let's go ahead and get these out of here. Ooh, look at them. Look at those. Those are so pretty. I'm going to get them cleaned up just a hair around the edges because they look like they need it. So I don't cut myself. I'm liable to cut myself. This is me though. I'm just scratching the edges just a hair, just enough to get that sharpness off. Okay, look at that. You can also use these magnets on your refrigerator. Since you have, like, if you don't fill up the mold all the way, you've always got that little ledge on it. You see that little lip? If you wanted to, you can take some of your UV resin and put your magnet down, put some UV resin around it, and it'll hold that magnet straight on there. And then make a beautiful, beautiful magnet. Okay, I'm not done with these though. Okay, remember how I told you they look like planets? Well, I've got these stickers that I got not too long ago from Temu with that great big sticker haul I got. And let's see what we can put on there. I have no idea what to put on there yet. Just something to make it a little bit different because you can see through these. Mm, what are you thinking? These are just some holographic. Ooh, that's pretty. Holographic stickers I got. What are you thinking? Or does it take away from the bubbles? I actually think it takes away from the bubbles, so I don't think I am going to put the stickers on. I might put one on here since they're so small. Let's see. What do you think? I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to leave the other one just as it is. Pick up all these stickers out of here. Set them aside. Ugh. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to take my gloves off so I can get these stickers off. At least I'm assuming these are stickers. Let's see. Ha, they are. There we go. I don't plan on putting a top coat on them. I am just going to leave them just as is. Because that sticker will stay on. And I'm probably just going to put magnets on the back. You want to see me do it? I'll show you. Hang on. All right, I had to get my magnets. I got all different kind of sizes and they're so strong. See, I mean, it's like, look at that. Okay, I get two of the bigger ones here. They're very, very, very strong. All you do is you put them in the back like that. And then I take my UV resin. And I don't really fill them up. I just fill around them. So that way it doesn't go over them usually. But it'll hold it in. Maneuver it around a little bit, get it to the edges maybe. I hope you don't mind this series on UV resin for a while. I've enjoyed doing it. I wanted to play around with UV resin for a little while and give my epoxy a break. But I do have one that I'm going to be doing real soon. There's a axolotl collab coming up, and I'm going to be a part of it because, let me put this under here, I just got my Let's Resin axolotl. And that was packed in so nicely. And there's my axolotl. I haven't taken it out of the box yet or anything like that, but I can't wait to do this. I'm just going to wait for a little while longer because I'm having fun with my UV resin, but looking forward to that. I will be back when these guys are cured up. They're almost there. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness gracious. They look so good. And they've got the magnets on the back of them. It works really well. See, it doesn't have a skin on it. I'm going to have to clean up the edges just a little bit because you don't want to fill it all the way because that magnet won't stick. But you do want the edges down so it will stick. That turned out amazing. A nice little holographic on the bubbles. I will go ahead and get, sorry, I'll go ahead and get pictures of these. They look like they have bubbles on the edges, but that's just where the bubble was from me blowing bubbles. But I'm going to get these cleaned up real good, and I will go ahead and get some good pictures of them for you. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Or hit that like button, share button. Give me a comment, even if it's just a little smiley face. Thank you so much for watching. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.